Blake Lively, Hollywood's try-hard upcoming producer and struggling C-list actress, is spiraling, and fast. Her once tight-knit friendship with Taylor Swift has completely unraveled, and the fallout? Explosive. Taylor, often seen as the Queen of Grace, is done being Blake's personal get-out-of-jail-free card. No more hiding behind Taylor's shadow. No more name-dropping immunity. Taylor's finally putting her foot down. TMZ hit the internet like a thunderstorm with a jaw-dropping exposé, and it looks like Blake's time riding Taylor's coattails has officially expired. What's she gonna do now? Find a new dragon to leech off of? But that's not even the craziest part of this swirling disaster. Enter Colleen Hoover, the internet's latest cringe factory, who thought it was the perfect time to reappear with one of the most tone-deaf social media comebacks ever. Her delusional post, trying to spin the drama like it's some misunderstood fairy tale, proves why she and Blake clicked in the first place. Two peas in a messy pod, and we can't forget Ryan Reynolds. The king of charm seems to be cracking under pressure. His forced smiles, painfully staged paparazzi moments, and desperate attempts to preserve his wholesome dad image are so obvious it hurts. Seriously, the man's playing damage control harder than ever, but can he keep up with this circus? It's giving secondhand embarrassment. Blake is neck-deep in chaos, and even her sky-high PR budget can't mop this up. TMZ's latest exclusive paints a picture of pure desperation for the former Gossip Girl star. With friends jumping ship and the internet dragging her left and right, it's clear this is just the beginning of her downfall. Buckle up, because the drama is only getting juicier. It looks like Taylor Swift finally had her wake-up call, and Blake Lively. She's about to learn what happens when you treat a superstar like a designer accessory. Just last week, rumors were swirling about tension between Taylor and the ever-thirsty C-list actress Blake. But Blake's PR team was all over it, trying to brush off the drama like it was lint on a red carpet gown. They swore up and down that everything was fine. Well, guess what? The truth just blew their cover. Because in just 7 short days, TMZ decided to set the record straight, and the fallout is brutal. Their headline? Taylor Swift, bad blood with Blake Lively, I am not your dragon. Ouch! Blake probably needed a hair mask after reading that, but honestly, even her luxury hair care line won't be able to fix the damage. Taylor is done keeping quiet about Blake dragging her into unnecessary Hollywood beef. Sources close to the pop icon say she's furious about being used as a pawn in Blake's petty rivalry with Justin Baldoni. And honestly, can you blame her? Taylor built her empire on actual talent. She's not about to let Blake's behind-the-scenes mess tarnish her name. Apparently, what really sent Taylor over the edge was Blake's embarrassing obsession with calling her one of her dragons. Seriously, who even talks like that? Blake was out here acting like Daenerys Targaryen, but let's be real. She's more like a shampoo model who forgot her lines. The cringe levels are off the charts, and Taylor's not holding back anymore. Oh, and let's not forget that iconic slip-up. Blake never even read It Ends With Us before taking on the project. Kind of explains a lot, right? Now, I'm also starting to think she never finished Game of Thrones either. Daenerys ended up betrayed, hated, and, well, dead. Maybe Blake should have seen that coming. Because right now, she's already halfway there, hated and spiraling. Now, we finally get Taylor's side of the story, straight from her camp to TMZ. And let's just say, it's painting Blake Lively in an even worse light. According to Taylor's inside source, she showed up at Blake's penthouse exactly at the time Blake told her to, expecting a casual hangout. What she didn't expect: to walk straight into a high-stakes meeting with Justin Baldoni. Yeah, you heard that right. Taylor was completely blindsided. If you missed the chaos, let me catch you up. This was the infamous meeting that Baldoni later referenced in his lawsuit against Blake. The one that went down at Blake and Ryan Reynolds' luxury New York City penthouse, where they were discussing a scene Blake had rewritten for It Ends With Us. And according to Justin, the whole thing turned into an ambush when both Ryan and Taylor suddenly appeared. But now, Taylor is flipping the script because she was actually the one ambushed. Turns out, Blake, the ever-calculating social climber, pulled a fast one. Taylor thought she was just dropping by for some harmless girl talk, maybe a glass of wine and gossip. Instead, she was thrown into the middle of a heated showdown between Blake, Ryan, and Baldoni. That's not a coincidence. That's a setup. Here's where fans are split, though. Some people are fully siding with Taylor, saying Blake has clearly been using her for clout all these years. But others? They're raising their eyebrows at Taylor's pattern of playing the victim every time things go south. She's been in the industry long enough to know when someone is trying to leverage her name. So why does she keep getting caught up in these messy situations? Maybe it's time she stops acting like she just now realized Blake's been pulling these moves for years. Because let's be real, this isn't Blake's first rodeo. Now here's where things get even messier. Taylor's just now finding out about all the other wild things Blake's been saying behind the scenes. According to sources, Blake even told a young actress that Taylor herself had personally cast her for a role. Spoiler alert, that never happened. If Taylor's really cutting ties for good, then honestly, good for her. Blake finessed her way into Taylor's inner circle, got her to be godmother to her kids, and milked their friendship for every ounce of clout she could. But guess what? The game's up. And hold on to your seats, because this saga is far from over. TMZ just dropped another bombshell. The legal drama is about to drag Taylor in even deeper. According to their latest report, Taylor Swift might actually get subpoenaed over this whole ridiculous situation. Yep, you heard that right. TMZ even released a podcast on it, because of course they did. And in that interview, Justin Baldoni's powerhouse attorney, Brian Friedman, made it clear anyone who was present at that meeting, including Taylor, could be forced to testify. This just went from Hollywood gossip to actual courtroom drama. So, let's all take a moment to say RIP to the Taylor-Blake friendship. It was fun while it lasted, for Blake, at least. But Taylor's packed her bags and flown far, far away. And honestly, I'd pay to see Blake's reaction when she read that TMZ article. You know she was pacing around her Connecticut mansion, downing iced lattes like they were shots, frantically calling Ryan Reynolds and screaming, "Fix this!" But let's be real. By now, we all know who started this mess. And just when you thought things couldn't get more chaotic, more sources have popped up with totally different versions of the story. One insider, supposedly close to Blake, claims everything is fine between her and Taylor and that they still talk regularly. Sure, January sounds exactly like something Blake would say to save face. Meanwhile, another source revealed that Taylor was livid when she realized just how deep Blake dragged her into this legal nightmare, and what really sent her over the edge. That embarrassing dragon nonsense. Because let's be honest, calling someone your dragon in 2024? Beyond cringe. So apparently, Blake apologized, there were tears, and they supposedly hugged it out. Yeah, okay, Blake's PR team is really working overtime to spin this one, but let's be real, we see straight through it. Meanwhile, there's a viral poll going around asking the big question, did Blake betray Taylor? And guess what? A whopping 81% of people are yelling, yes. The other 19%, myself included, are sitting here thinking, be serious. Because let's not pretend Taylor Swift is some innocent bystander in all of this. And we definitely can't ignore the claims that she allegedly played a huge role in pushing Justin Baldoni to change that scene. Like, let's call a spade, not a big spoon. A lot of people are honestly shocked that it took Taylor this long to finally wake up and see Blake for who she really is. And speaking of people who haven't seen the light, guess who just crawled back from the depths of social media like nothing ever happened? Yep, everyone's favorite flip-flopping novelist, Colleen Hoover. Just weeks ago, she pulled a full-on disappearing act, deleted her Instagram, and had everyone thinking she was about to retire in shame. But plot twist, it was just another attention-seeking stunt. Because guess what? She's back! Not where the masses can see her, though. Oh, no. She slithered over to her private Facebook page where only her most die-hard stans can hang on to her every word. And what did she have the nerve to post? "I promise that I can sleep at night with a peaceful heart." Excuse me? Ma'am, you publicly backstabbed Justin Baldoni, someone who has been your friend for years. You hyped up Blake Lively with zero proof, threw Justin under the bus, and now you're acting like you're some wise, untouchable sage? The audacity is astronomical. If she really thinks she's walking away from this drama unscathed, she might need to wake up, because the internet never forgets. So, let me get this straight. Colleen Hoover took her own book, twisted it into a dumpster fire just to chase Hollywood fame, and she's out here claiming she's sleeping well at night? Let's rewind for a second, because apparently, some people forgot how we got here. Justin Baldoni and Colleen Hoover used to be tight. He spent years hyping her up, gassing up her books, and promising to bring It Ends With Us to life in a way that actually respected the story. She was all in, until Blake Lively and her plantation princess energy waltzed in, flexed some Hollywood power, and completely hijacked the project. And what did Colleen do? Did she stand by Justin, the guy who had been championing her work for years? Nope. She switched sides so fast it gave everyone whiplash. She went from collaborating with Justin to completely acting like he didn't exist. Every promo, every interview, suddenly, it was all about Blake. The betrayal was so obvious that fans immediately started calling her out. And how did she handle the backlash? Did she own up to her choices? Did she defend her decisions? Nope, she ran! She wiped her entire Instagram, let rumors spread that she was retiring, and stayed completely silent while the internet dragged her name through the mud. And now, just a few weeks later, she suddenly pops back up, acting like nothing happened, talking about how she's so happy and at peace. Girl, be serious. She even reassured her fans that her beloved team is still working for her, claiming, "They would fire me before I fired them." Okay, Colleen, sure, but here's the funniest part. She's out here making this all about mental health and sanity, pretending like ditching social media was some kind of self-care move, saying, "I don't have social media on my phone anymore and I promise it's bliss." No, Colleen, you don't have social media because you knew the whole internet was dragging you for throwing Justin under the bus, supporting Blake's mess, and, let's not forget, your own family's scandals. What's really killing me is the fact that she's acting like she's above all this drama when she was one of the main people who created it. She turned her back on the only person who actually wanted to protect her book's integrity, then vanished when things got ugly, only to slither back weeks later, pretending like none of it happened. Girl, the internet never forgets. I really hope none of y'all are falling for Colleen Hoover's little peaceful heart speech, because let's be real, it's nothing but smoke and mirrors. And if you haven't seen my full breakdown yet, you are seriously missing out. I lay it all out. How she straight up betrayed Justin Baldoni, tried to swindle him out of the rights to It Ends With Us by pulling a sexual harassment clause, and then had the nerve to play innocent when the drama exploded. And trust me, the receipts are all there. Once you see them, you'll never look at her the same way again. Don't let her gaslight you. Go watch the video now and see Colleen Hoover's true colors in 4K. But just when you thought we were done exposing the fakes, think again. Buckle up, because we have to talk about Ryan Reynolds' latest PR disaster, which flopped even harder than Colleen's attempt at playing the victim. While Colleen was busy wiping her Instagram clean, Ryan was out here running the same tired playbook. But instead of disappearing, he staged the most obvious fan meetup Hollywood has seen in years. Let's set the scene. Last Thursday, Ryan Reynolds was conveniently caught outside the Paley Center in New York, surrounded by dozens of screaming fans, all clutching handmade Deadpool posters. And at first glance, it looks like your typical feel-good, Hollywood nice guy moment. Movie star taking time out of his busy day to show love to the fans. Right? Wrong. Because the internet wasted zero time tearing this apart. And y'all, the lies? They started unraveling immediately. First of all, Why did every single fan have the exact same homemade-looking sign? Like, come on, at least try to make it believable. I'm talking identical cardboard, the exact same colorful tape, and an overall design so suspiciously uniform that it looked like a rushed arts and crafts project whipped up by a bored team of interns at 20th Century Studios. And then someone pointed out the most suspicious part of all. Where were the phones? Y'all, it's 2025. Ain't no way a group of random fans just happened to bump into Ryan Reynolds and not a single one thought to whip out their phone. No shaky Instagram live, no chaotic TikTok of a fangirl screeching, "Oh my gosh, I just met Ryan Reynolds." Not one blurry, zoomed-in selfie? Yeah, that's because this wasn't some organic fan moment. This was a carefully staged PR stunt designed to make Ryan look like a humble, beloved superstar, while the real chaos was spiraling out of control behind the scenes. And that, my friends, is how you know the legal drama is eating them alive. While Ryan was out here pretending to be Mr. Perfect, his real concern should have been on the fact that Blake and Justin are locked in a full-blown legal battle over It Ends With Us. And let's not act like Ryan isn't aware. He knows exactly what's happening, which is why he's throwing every shiny distraction at the public to keep y'all looking anywhere but at the real mess. Because the moment people start digging into what's actually happening between him, Blake, Justin, and the trail of destruction Colleen left behind, that wholesome nice guy image is going to start looking a whole lot less squeaky clean. And just when you thought the PR games were finally over, Ryan pulled another stunt right out of his playbook. Buckle up, because this man is working overtime to keep up appearances. Ryan really thought he ate with this one. Posting a picture with Blake, acting like their marriage is stronger than ever. Cute, right? Well, plot twist, it's fake. That picture? Old. While Ryan was out here pushing happy couple energy, Blake was actually in the Bahamas. So now we have to ask, why is Ryan working this hard to convince y'all that everything's fine? And more importantly, what is he trying to hide? This whole situation has been one giant Hollywood illusion, and if there's one thing we've learned from all this, it's that these celebrities will do whatever it takes to keep up appearances, even when the truth is crumbling right behind them. PR stunts, staged meetups, fake lovey-dovey posts, it's all smoke and mirrors. But don't get distracted, because we see through it. Now, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think Ryan is covering up? Why is he so desperate to paint this perfect picture? Drop your takes in the comments. And don't forget, if you haven't already, go watch our Colleen Hoover expose for even more jaw-dropping receipts. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share so you never miss the real Hollywood tea. I'll catch you in the next one.